So let us chant Mangalacharan prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So let us understand this purport. It is very, very important. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum langayate girim Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Nena Karanam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So today we are discussing Bhagavad Gita, the divine song of God. This session is dedicated to His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So let us do a brief recap from the last session. In the last session, we understand, so what is the ultimate goal? So we are all seeking the ultimate goal of life, which is not dependent on time. Yes, sir. So our goal is that has been changing in our life. So that means we have some goal in the past, some goal in the present, and some goal will be in the future. So what is the ultimate goal? So it is been described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Nate viduhu swarda gatim, swa arda means goal, my self-interest. Gatim is ultimate. Nate viduhu, we do not know what is that ultimate goal. We have been seeking after that. And that is what is the absolute truth. Absolute truth means is timeless. And we discussed two goals importantly here. To live happy forever. And second, to become complete in all respects. So at the end of the session, we understood we are intrinsically Satchit Ananda, eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss, happiness. And this is what is absolute truth. How do we understand the absolute truth? It's Bhagavad Gita. We're teaching that the timeless wisdom. In Krishna, we have discussed one sloka in the last session. Anyone remember that sloka? That how the body is changing? Yes, Prabhu? That's like something. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara. So this is science. Anyone can understand. So first of all, we are in a boyhood, then youthhood, then in the old age. Kaumaram, Yavanam, Jara. So three phases. So Krishna is explaining, so that is what? Complete truth. But right now, we can only understand something, but complete truth is not there. The complete truth we can understand only through Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Why? Now we discussed that the living entity is conditioned by four defects. First one, imperfect senses. As I said, we do not know past, present, and future. I do not know about my body. I eat food, but I do not know how the food is getting digested. This is my imperfect. Okay, I don't have complete knowledge. But if you see the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, everything is given. So that way, we understand one of the defects is imperfect senses. Second, we have what? Illusion. So I think I live forever, just as we discussed. To live happy forever, but that understanding is not there. It's not possible. We think like that. Okay. If somebody says, is it possible to live happy forever? Yes, it is possible, provided you go through the right source. Third one is mistake. We commit mistakes at every step of our life because we are taking decisions based on our experience. And the fourth one, we discussed cheating propensity. So they are blind, that we understand, Om Ajnana Timiram Dasya, but they are being led by the blind. Can someone please switch off this fan? So I have very technical issues health wise, so please bear with me. So then we discussed Arjuna's state before he was in a complete depression, anxiety, he was lacking confidence. Then after hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna became victorious. So what made that transformation? He understand the knowledge of soul. That is what we discussed last week. Exploring the self. Now, the ancient teachings, Bhagavad Gita, it is coming in the disciple succession that we discussed from Krishna to Brahma, Brahma to Narada, Narada Vyasadeva. Like that, we are getting the knowledge. It's an unbroken chain of disciplic succession. And thus we are very, very fortunate to have our acharyas. disseminating this knowledge. Then we understand what is our self. So this is our gross body, and this gross body is made up of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And we have subtle body, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Then we discussed soul is Satchit Ananda. And if you see from bottom to top, it's from gross to subtle, it's going. Just as we analyze air, we cannot see. And beyond that, okay, mind, intelligence, ego, beyond that is the soul. Then we discussed this body is compared to a chariot in Upanishads. The 5 Jnanendriyas, they are compared to 5 senses. Then the mind is the rope, then intelligence is the driver, and the passenger is the soul. It is our position right now. Then we discussed the summary. We are not human beings with spiritual experience, but spiritual beings with human experience. That means I am soul, and I have body. Just as I say, I am so and so, I have a car. In the same way, I am soul, I have the body. Okay, that is what is important. So we are spiritual beings. Okay. Now today we are just discussing further, exploring the self little further. Okay, we understood what I am. I should also know more about. Okay, if I say some name, Krishna Gokalesh Das, I say that's my name, but what is my identification? Right? How do we give our identification? By name, by pair of address, or so and so son of, daughter of, what you say, right? Some father name. So we need to understand our relationship with Krishna. So in this discussion today, let us briefly go through what is my relationship with God. How many of you remember? There are 5 truths we discussed in the last session: Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, and Karma. So out of these, today we are extending little further our understanding. So that's what we are saying. We are not human beings, but spiritual beings. But when I say in a human being platform, that's a little identification. Like I'm an Indian, I'm a European, I'm a male, I'm a female, I'm a father, I'm a son. In a different terms, we can give our identification. But when it comes to our real identification, so that spiritual point of view, we should all understand that clearly. In the last session, we understand the soul is eternal, Satchit Ananda. The soul is Sanatana. And God is Sanatana. That means there is no sectarian view. This is science. How do we understand? You can say sun. There is a sun in the sky, only one sun. When you say sun is belonging to some nation, sun belongs to certain category, no. For all this universe, there is one sun. In the same way, we are Sanatana, Krishna is Sanatana, my relationship with Krishna is also Sanatana. And the knowledge that revives our relationship, that is what forgotten relationship, that is called Sanatana Dharma. Can you please repeat? I am Sanatana, Krishna is Sanatana. The knowledge that reveals our forgotten relationship with Krishna is called Sanatana Dharma. Simple, right? What is the Dharma here? Reviving our relationship with Krishna. To revive our relationship with Krishna, first of all, we should know what is God. Right? How I am related to God. Right? These are the 2 things. So that's what in the scriptures it explained. Let us see in Bhagavad Gita what Krishna is saying. Please repeat after me. Sarva yonishu kaunteya मूर्तया संभवन्ति या तासं ब्रह्म महद्योनि अहम बीज प्रदपिता. Krishna is saying, it should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material world, and that I am the seed-giving father. See, Krishna is saying, we are all appeared in this world. How? Through this body. This body is taken birth. Actually speaking, we are taking birth through this body. But we are actually eternal, but the body is appeared. And Krishna is saying, I am the seed-giving father. Like, you know, man is a seed-giving father, and the woman gives birth to a child. Here, Krishna is a father, and this Prakriti is, that is Mahad-Yonir. Okay, this is called Mahad-Yonir. It is called mother. There is another shloka from Kathopanishad. It speaks about our relationship little further. Nitya nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam vidadati kamam. Here, nitya, first word nitya, that is singular. Nityanam, plural. Chetana, singular. Chetananam, plural. Some of you know Sanskrit. You can easily connect to this. So what is the singular here? Speaks about there is one supreme who is eternal, and he is full of conscious, cognizant. And there are Nityanam, there are many eternals who are living entities and who are also cognizant. Okay. Then what is the difference between that one singular and other plurals? What is the difference? The second line is saying, Eko, that one, the supreme, Bahunam, Vidadati Kaman. He is fulfilling or supplying the necessities of life. Everybody follow? Let's say you go to a, example, a sweet home. There is one father, there are many children. Nowadays, maybe two, but earlier, my father's the generations, 4, 5 kids, 7, 8 to my grandmother. So, what is the position of the father, mother? They are supplying what the necessities of for all the kids. In the same way, Krishna already explained Bhagavad Gita, I am the seed-giving father. If Krishna is a father, then just before our appearance, what would happen? Just as some of you might have experienced, before we call it begetting a child, expected mother, father. Then we made all the arrangements. Let us have a nice room, cradle, some toys. We make such an arrangements, then we bring our new addition to our family. That's what we call with so much pompous celebration. So here, our relationship with Krishna is eternal, full of cognizant. Similarly, we are also eternal, full of cognizant. And the difference is, we cannot take care of ourselves. If you want food, how can we get food? Anyone can say? What is the source of food? Don't say from market. What is the source of food? Huh? Farmer. Is farmer getting somewhere? Okay. Okay. So there are some seeds, farmer sows it, there's a crop, and we get the crop, grains. How the seed turns into one plant or get the grains? Do you think there are certain factors are there? We need sunshine, we need moonshine, we need proper air. You need proper water. If at all you don't have these things, you cannot have to survive. That means Krishna has arranged everything in this material world for our enjoyment. Are you able to follow? So he is supplying all the necessities every moment after moment. This we should understand our relationship. Is it clear? It's very, very important shloka. So God is one. Ekala Ishvara Krishna. Ekala means only one. Supreme is Krishna. And Krishna is taking very mercy. This is what is the causeless mercy. Just as a father and son, why is there so much affection between them? We can say any reason. The father affection to son. Do you find any reason? Because the child is serving the father, then only the father is or mother is affectionate. No. It's a natural. That's a natural. In the same way here, we have very intimate relationship with Krishna. This we should understand. Now, let us briefly understand how we can relate to God. Relationship between God and divinity. So God is the supreme controller. You can see the Prabhupada lectures is saying God created big planets floating in air. We created big 747 jumbo jets. Right? Then we are also floating. God also created, we also created, but the difference is God created greater than the greatest and also smaller than the smallest. Are you able to follow? He has full control. He has created gigantic universes floating in the air. Same time, he has also created a small mosquito which is also floating in the air, flying. Can we create? Are you able to follow? So that is a supreme controller. We are also controller, partial. They are minute controllers. But whatever the propensity God has, we also have the same thing. Just as in our Bible also, there is one commandment. Man is made in the image of God. Right? You might have heard about this. So here we should all understand, we are also controller, but not a supreme controller. Krishna, God, is Paramatma, Param Atma, super soul. We are Atma, soul, part and parcel. Right? Just as a father, son relationship, son is a part and parcel. That's analogy. Krishna is infinitely complete, we are minutely complete. Krishna is Shareshwarya Purna. In Ishopanishad, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuduchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. So Krishna is complete. Anything comes from complete is complete. You take out complete from complete, it remains complete. Okay. 1 minus 1 equal to 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. That is the nature of absolute truth. It's beyond our understanding now. I never heard about this mathematics, logic. Okay. So Krishna is infinite, complete. We are also complete in minute. Krishna has unlimited qualities. We also have unlimited qualities, but minute proportion. How do you understand this? This Acharyas have given examples. You take a ocean, Pacific Ocean, unlimited amount of water, unlimited. You take a drop of water from the ocean, it will have same composition as the ocean. That is our position. A big fire, from the big fire, a small spark will come. The fiery element is the same. Everybody follow? So that's how, okay, we have a relationship. And Krishna is Satchit Ananda, we are also Satchit Ananda. In Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma is praying, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadi Adi Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. Ishvara, controller. Parama is a supreme controller. Who is Krishna? Is form. What is the form? Satchit Ananda Vigraha. As we discussed first session in detail, we are actually hankering after that because that is our intrinsic nature. That's our innate nature. We want to be eternal. We never want to be die. We never want to become old. We always want to be full of knowledge. We never want to be in ignorance. We always want to be happy. That is our intrinsic, our innate nature. Satchit Ananda. So that is what we should understand. We are also same. Okay. So this is our identification. What is our identification now? Our identification is like part and parcel of God. So Krishna has explained in Bhagavad Gita, Mama evamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Mama evamsho. Mama eva amsha. You are all, I mean, aham bija pradapita. Krishna said, right? I am the seed giving father, but what about you are all? You are all actually my amsha. Okay. So, with this relationship, we should all understand we are godly. We are able to follow? We are godly. But you may say, I don't have any powers. I cannot do anything. Right? People say. So let us understand what is that we have. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explained what is our position, what is our godly nature. Just few shlokas will recite. Today I will have some shlokas, recitation more, because we have 4 sessions. We are covering the gist of 4 tattvas. I will say 5 tattvas: Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, and Karma. Okay. So let us today understand first Ishvara and Jiva. That's what we are trying to understand. Okay. Then we'll further understand Jiva and Prakriti. Please repeat after me. Na jayate mruyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Here, Krishna said, for the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. That means we are in a false identification. I am thinking of the body. Okay, that's why dhiras tatrana muhyati. A person who is a dhira is not bewildered. He knows that nothing happens to me. I will just go to another body. Tata dehantara prapti. So here also same. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death. Na jayate mruyate. What kadachin at any time. Nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyaha. He has not come into being. He does not come into being, will not come into being. Being means manifesting, something like. It's not past, present, and future. Okay. And he is unborn, eternal, ever existing, primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. So Krishna is speaking these shlokas to Arjuna. Because Arjuna was bewildered, we discussed, right? Arjuna's dilemma, whether to fight or not fight. So Krishna is saying, Arjuna, you don't not bother. Try to understand the timeless wisdom. You are not the body, you are a soul. And with the soul there is no birth, no death. You think you are slaying someone? No. The body only is slain, but not the soul. In this way, Krishna is encouraging Arjuna. And Arjuna may doubt also, what would happen? Let's say the body is, right, after death, the body stands still. Then what happens to the soul? What we call, he passed away, we say, right? My father passed away, like that. So here Krishna also, in the same way, shloka, Vashamshi jenani yata vihaya Navani grufnati naroparani तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि. So this is very practical example. As I said last session, you cannot understand something supramundane. We need some crude example, which is with our experience. So Krishna is giving, as a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, right? Today I am wearing some clothes. Tomorrow, once it is torn, I'll just give it up and take on fresh clothes. The soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. Oh, Arjuna, don't bother about your grandfather Bhishma or your teacher Dronacharya. They are already old. Actually speaking, you should feel happy when they are killed, right, in battle. That's Dharma Yuddha. This is Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre. Actually, the Kshatriya, one of the opportunity, I would say, this opportunity is to be killed in the battlefield, not like dying, okay, lying on the bed, diseased state. No Kshatriya would really consider that. He thinks, I want to die in the battlefield because, as per the scriptures, immediately goes to the higher abodes. Okay, so Arjuna, just as the person changes the garments, same way the soul accepts a new body because Bhishma and Drona, they are not ordinary souls, they are very great souls. Obviously, they will get better, higher destinations in life. Just as right now, you are working in an office, right? In a one chair, one cubicle is there, right? If somebody got an opportunity, you are now promoted to head office with a very your own okay, office space, and the person is taking away everything. Somebody is crying. Why you are crying? I am going to better position. Is it not? I am going to a better position. So who knows past, present, and future? He is called Dhira. He can only be peaceful. Understand, right? So this is what is the understanding. So that is our position. But to come to the understanding, okay, one needs to be self-realized. That we'll discuss how. Then Krishna is saying, Nainam chinnanti shastrani, Nainam dahati pavakaha, Nachainam tredayantyapo, Na shochayati marutaha. Shoshayati. The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. Again, see, our experience is earth, water, fire, air, maximum. Right? So Krishna wants to convince Arjuna, okay, you may be thinking, I know Varanastra, Agnyastra, Brahmastra, okay, if I just shoot the arrow, there is a possibility that soul may die. Right? You may think, right? Okay, something will not die with one thing, maybe the powerful thing, right? There is a chance. So Krishna is saying, no, it's not possible. Okay, the soul cannot be cut to pieces. That means whatever sword, weapons, no. Fire, water, wind, nothing will work. Nothing will work. Everybody follow? So Arjuna, after hearing this, what would be his state of mind? Just imagine. Is enlightened with a very blissful state of existence. That is what Satchit Ananda. By Shravanam, attentively hearing from a bona fide authority, just as I discussed last time, when a child, small child, hears from mother, oh, there is no danger, my child, nothing, and the child feels solace, right? Here, when Krishna, who is the Supreme Father, is solacing Arjuna, naturally Arjuna is comforted. And Krishna spoken in many shlokas. I just wanted to summarize them because in the interest of time, we cannot read all the Bhagavad Gita. Know your characteristics. KYC. These are the words normally used every day. KYC. So what is our characteristics? As you said, our real identity is with God. Right? First, eternal, no birth, no death, unchangeable, immeasurable, imperishable, cannot be cut to pieces, moistened by water, burned by fire, withered by wind from bottom. Insoluble, unbreakable, invisible, inconceivable, is present everywhere, amazing. You see? Now, with this knowledge, if somebody say, how do you believe that your soul, immediately say, yes, it is invisible, you cannot see. No technology can find the presence of soul in this body. It's not possible. We are not achieved that so far, and will not be achieving also. It's impossible because Krishna said invisible, inconceivable. Okay, so you may try to understand. Okay, but you want to experience by knowledge. Okay, the soul can be understood by through consciousness. Just as I feel a pain when there is a pinch. So the consciousness is spread all through the body, and that is what the other symptom of soul. You take a dead body, you pinch it or you cut it, no reaction. Now, what is the difference between a living body and the dead body? No, these are the characteristics, and that's where amazing. Somebody look, oh, it's very amazing. We cannot, see that it's amazing. We are hearing, but it's beyond my capacity to appreciate. Okay, that's where looking, seeing, hearing, describing is all amazing. Ascharyavat pashyam, like that in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna summary and explained, concluded. Yes, Arjuna, what you think is correct. It's amazing. No one can understand it, but only through hearing from a bona fide authority. Now, Krishna is explaining in another chapter, very important. Once you become a self-realized, that means you are understanding this knowledge, whatever we discussed so far today, what would happen? Somebody knows, right? I did something, I want some phala, fruit. And if you hear Mahabharata, there is a phalashruti, Ramayana phalashruti, some of you. You do some ritual at home, they say, oh, by doing this, you get these benefits. Right? All of you agree, right? So Krishna is saying, Yam labva cha param labham manyate nadikam tata yasmin stito na dukkena gurunapi vichalyate. You become established in the self, that is called Atmavan. I gave some names, let's say. I can give some names. Dhanavan, Rupavan, Gunavan, Dhairyavan, we can say. Now Atmavan. Atmavan means who is self-realized. What would happen to him? Krishna is saying, one never departs from the truth. This is what? Absolute truth. That means past, present, future. No, timeless. It's beyond time and space. And upon gaining this, he thinks that there is no greater gain. Just as I said, okay, I made one goal. I can say, I'm happy to achieve my target, but I'm not happy anymore. Many people say this. Right now, grade 1. I'm thinking grade 2. Yes, I achieved it. But after achieving, again I may say, I'm not happy anymore someday. But here, there is no greater gain. He thinks that I got everything complete in all respects, which is what our objective. And Krishna is saying, being situated in this position, one is never shaken, even in the midst of greatest difficulty. See how wonderful this is. You think there is no necessity of any other aspect of life, complete. And even there is a disturbance, right? Because in this material world, whatever you get, there is a deterioration or there is a disturbance. But here, Krishna is saying, one is never shaken once you achieve that position. I just wanted to explain some testimonials kind in the modern day life. So Prabhupada is saying, he who is in Krishna consciousness that I am part and parcel of God, Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. He knows well that distress, honor, insult pertain to the body only, and that is not the body. Right? If anything happens, we just take it light. Why? We know this everything pertain to the body, okay, but not to the self. And there is one interesting example. And I'm not going detail. Socrates, he was very good philosopher. He was self-realized personality. That's what Prabhupada mentioned also. So one day, Socrates, he was sentenced to death because of his preaching. That is what he was preaching, that they are not the body. Whatever the Western philosophy is, they are not correct. Okay, there's something beyond. And he was explaining that, and the society didn't appreciate. Just as Jesus Christ, he was preaching the love of God, but he was crucified. So the judge asked, "Oh Socrates, okay, how do you want to be buried?" Right? The judge asked, "What is your final wish?" And Socrates replied, "First of all, you may have to catch me, then you put me into the grave." What do you understand here? In those days, including judge, he couldn't understand these statements. Are you able to follow now? What does that Socrates mean here? Please explain, 2 words at least. What do you understand here?
Yes, completely understood this question.
Huh?
Yes, completely understood this question as eternal.
You complete understood
This question as eternal soul knowledge.
eternal soul. Any Maharajis? Hmm? He's referring to the soul. Yes. So if someone kill me, that's what we discussed. Na hanyate hanamane sharire. No one can kill me. Then what is the point of burying me? Right? Already we discussed, right? So he knows the soul cannot be caught, tortured, killed, or buried. I just wanted to explain one more interesting thing here. When Alexander the Great he was going to conquer India, first of all he asked Socrates, "What shall I bring you?" Socrates he requested him 2 things: bring water from the holy Ganges. Second, bring the sacred scriptures, which is our culture, right? Taking a bath in the Ganges, you see now Kumbh Mela, how many people are coming every day. Okay, so it is actually, you can say, re-establishing our Sanatana Dharma. Are you able to follow? That's what Socrates understood. Socrates he said, "I know that I know nothing." But we are actually being proud. I know Bhagavad Gita we say, but we have not read Bhagavad Gita. Even after reading Bhagavad Gita, we cannot understand because it is a very mystery. Only through acharyas we can understand. Through sadhana we can understand. These are the instructions given. And Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living. So now, just let us understand. This is our potential. This is our true potential. Where God we. Okay. But can we honestly or confidently say that now I'm self-realized? Okay, I can now exercise my complete true potential. Can anyone say? Anyone can say that? If someone finds in some difficulty, let's say tomorrow, okay, your service is not required anymore, you are laid off, immediately you get into depression. Or if there is sudden earthquake, something catastrophe, immediately this natural propensity, natural instinct to save oneself, to save our body. But the thing here, what I'm trying to say here, we cannot exercise our true potential. We understand that, okay, but we are not realized. How do you understand this? I've given all of you a check with millions of dollars. All of you got it? Everyone got it or not? No. I've given. It's there, just next to you. But what is the answer from you expected here? Will this check can be realized? That's the question you should all ask. I've given you millions of dollars, but whether that check can be realized? That's the point. That is with you only. What is the difference here? You have not realized it. So what is making us not realize? That is what in today's our discussion. How do we understand that? Why, though after hearing, you may say first time only I'm hearing, but I've heard many times, but still every day I'm also thinking as soon as I get up, just as okay, I need food for my body, in the same way I need food for my soul. Are you able to follow? If I don't chant one day, immediately the bad person comes out from me. Everyone say that, right? If I don't do my sadhana, okay, whatever the good that we discussed last session, good in, good out, garbage in, garbage out. Now, if I don't do my sadhana, that means put for the soul, immediately bad things come out. So, what is that happening? Okay, that means in this nature, there is something which we are not able to perceive. I'll give you one interesting fact. The doctor, his specialty is he can cure the disease. Engineer specialty, he can construct building, nice design. A devotee or a philosopher or a scientist, I would say, if you want to become a scientist, become a philosopher. If you read Bhagavad Gita, you can become Atmavan. Okay, Atmavan. So what is his specialty? He can see things as they are in the nature. His vision is not just an ordinary vision. His vision is completely changed. That is what explained Jnana Chakshusha or Shastra Chakshusha. His eyes is being trained with knowledge. He can see things really in a reality picture. Are you able to follow? So, from that Atmavan perspective, because we're reading Bhagavad Gita, now 2 chapters, 3 chapters we read, now we're realizing day by day, by doing sadhana, then there is certain things one should ask. Do you know why? Why there are different conditions of life? Now from Bhagavad Gita, we can understand Arjuna was joyful, but all of a sudden he became morose, depressed. Initially he was Panchajanyam, Rishikesho, Devadattam, Dhananjaya, and again another shloka, Divyo Sento, Pradat Matu. That means he was enthusiastically blowing the conch shell to signaling the beginning of war. But all of a sudden, what made Arjuna to become depressed? Is that interesting, right? Why there are different conditions are happening. And another thing, what is the impelling force of action? Okay, there are two aspects. One person is ignorant. You say no, right? There is a statement: ignorance is bliss. So for him, he doesn't bother. Why there are so many things are happening? Okay, and somebody say, now I am knowledgeable. I theoretically know I am not the body but the spirit soul, but still I am not able to exercise my true potential, which we are discussing. So, what is impelling force of action to do something bad, or not exactly in the godly nature? Are you able to follow? So, you know, right? There are good things. Okay, there are bad things. So, why, as a godly personality, I'm not able to do good always? That means there is some impelling force of action. What is that? So, this is the today's subject matter. So, whatever we are seeing, this Prakriti, it is Triguna Mayi. In this Triguna Mayi, Guna means quality. There is a Sattva Guna, goodness, Rajo Guna, passion, Tamo Guna, ignorance. Okay. That means, as soon as you see Prakriti outside, okay, just as a child, sometime he came to me, Papa, you are, every day I am seeing, you are writing ABCD only. The child will say, because he cannot decode the meaning of what I am writing, some programming, whatever. So, what is the program happening in the nature? Only devotee can understand. You may see the nature means just some, okay, sky, birds, here and there, everything. But the devotee sees behind the workings of this nature, behind the screen, what is happening. So here Krishna is saying, so this nature is Triguna Mayi. I think you need to switch on it.
No, wait, wait.
So you can see the picture. There is a Lord Vishnu, who is a Purusha, Purushottama. Then the Prakriti, Purusha Prakriti. Okay. There is a chapter in Bhagavad Gita in detail. In the 14th chapter, there are three personalities: Sattva, Rajas, and Tama. So there, just like puppet show, you see the puppet. So behind the screen, there will be some threads. They will be pulling the threads, and the puppet will dance. So in the same way, there is some control on us. Okay, as I said, ignorance is bliss. But if you know the fact, then you can, by this science, by the science of wisdom, you can come to the eternal platform of full of knowledge and bliss. And that is our objective. That is what Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita. Sattvam rajastama iti guna prakriti sambhava nibadnanti mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam. So Krishna is saying, Sattva Rajastama iti guna prakriti sambhava. This prakriti is constituted of three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. When the eternal living entity comes in contact with nature, as soon as a baby is born, immediately baby starts to cry. Again, this is signaling that baby now contacted the prakriti. You see? Now, Krishna is saying, oh mighty armed Arjuna, okay, you may be powerful, but still, Right? Krishna is saying, even though he will be powerful, he becomes conditioned by this sattva, rajas, tama. How the conditioning happens? What are the different conditions? Okay. So just before going into this, the three more concept, we understand there are different conditions of life. What are the things we can explain? So there are good things, bad things. There are rich, there are poor, there are something duality. Okay. Some beautiful, some ugly, different conditions. Okay. So in just in a summarily, I'm just saying this, but you may ask, why do we have these different conditions? Okay. Let us see ourselves. I gave some two examples, which will, easily you can connect to. You go to a hotel, there's one known waiter. He just brings idli. So he didn't order actually, and he said, "Sir, I know your order. What will be your reaction?" So maybe 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, you are eating idli. That known waiter, he just brought idli. What is the reaction? Today you may have different thought, different inclination, different state of mind to enjoy. Or another way, you are a son of a big, rich celebrity. Okay. How do you want to celebrate your birthday? The richest celebrity person, okay, your son. How do you celebrate? So I would say every moment should be memorable for the day. So morning, I go to temple. I'll have outing, fun-filled, some amusement in park. Then I'll have some nice party. So at different times, you are expecting different things to happen. So that means the variety. That's what we're expecting. So variety is the mother of enjoyment, and that's where Krishna, who is the supreme father, okay, he has arranged through Prakriti so many varieties. This is called okay, in the dualities perspective. Now, some may say, sir, you may say variety is good, but why there are bad things? How does it actually help me? I have some arguments. So let's say hungry, you may say it's a bad. People are dying out of hunger. That is one perspective. But other way, without hungry, can enjoy food. Are you able to follow? So whatever the bad things, that is a relative, it's a perception. But the reality is, these things are provided for the enjoyment of a living entity. So we are all desiring enjoyment. In the Krishna, God has created this world with full of different varieties. So you can see there are a couple of, we can say, let's say, okay, failures. My daughter sometimes, I couldn't do well in exam. So let's say she always feel a failure, but can she actually experience success without a failure? This is another way. Or why there is so much hard work I have to do to achieve something? I need to do so lot of hard work. Krishna God, right? Just by going to temple, if I pray, then immediately you can sanction. You can say to yourself, let's say if I don't do work to achieve that, how can I give credit of this success to my own? Right? A father wants to see the child is always be happy. So if you see the child is expecting so many things, good things, but to appreciate those good things, there is a negativity factor. Are you able to follow? That means you need a negativity factor to appreciate the positivity factor. So why there are different conditions of life in this world? we should all understand from the ontological perspective, the negativity makes the appreciating the positivity. Is this clear, this point? So there are two ways of explaining the different conditions in the scripture's point of view. Okay, the gross body, as I said, there is a gross body, subtle body, and the soul. The gross body, there are, by the form, by the rupa, okay, there are 84 lakh different species of them. And by behavioral traits, we have some conditions. Sometimes, my desire, I want this, I don't want that. Sometimes I'm happy with this, I'm not happy with that. How do you say? Somebody says, I like ice cream. Somebody says, I don't like it. So what likes, what dislikes is based on a relativity. But you may like, but others may not like, but the nature providing a variety for everyone. And you feel happy, let's say, okay, you be always working in one way, swimming something. Others may like, okay, going to some ride. But some people, they say, oh, this is giving me happiness. Some people, they say, no, this is actually affecting me. So I just, one good example, I was meditating. One of my friend, he called me on movie. As soon as I just came near to the temple, near to the movie theater, I found this horror movie. I just said, no, I cannot come. He just gave a name in those days, maybe almost 25 years ago, 30 years ago. So he's saying, I like watching horror movies. That is his happiness. Some of you may appreciate this fact. But for me, it is very, very painful. So this is a different behavioral traits we have. And there is a consciousness, and the consciousness is made up of mind, intelligence, and the ego, the combination, whatever is the state of existence, how I am aware of myself. So this is a consciousness. This is also different. And according to the consciousness, the convictions. I want to do this. Somebody wants to pursue one dream. Somebody wants to pursue another stream. Why there are different convictions in life? So these are all different conditions out there. So Krishna is explaining in Bhagavad Gita why these things are there. No, this is science. No. Today, if you understand this concept another 10 minutes, you can all actually can counsel anyone what is their problem in understanding things. Because you know the science. Beyond this, nothing. Because Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all scriptures. So Krishna is saying there is Sattva Guna, Raja Guna, and Tamo Guna. And each has its specific symptoms. Sattva Guna means illuminating. And it brings happiness, knowledge, the effect. Rajoguna, that is promoting desire and hankering. And that's where people, they were inclined to work, fruitive activity. The Tamoguna, the symptom is ignorance. People, they become mad, become lazy and sleep. Now what you can understand here, in these three modes, all the different combinations you make, different existences you can make. Just as there are 3 RGB color, you mix in different proportions, you get unlimited color palette. So each mode is needed for our enjoyment. Sometimes I feel happy by getting knowledge, just as now I'm enjoying, let's say, by hearing Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes I give myself some credit, okay, by achievement. Sometimes I feel just by going on a ride. Okay, some people may say it is crazy what you're doing, some risk I'm doing. but that is giving me happiness. You are able to follow. You go to amusement park, there are different rides, very crazy things, certain things. People may say, the old person will come, what is this? How are you able to enjoy this? But that is what I am sensing, experiencing. So the three modes is what is constituted in the nature, and these three modes are making the different conditions of life. Now let's say, how do you understand this in a simple way practically? Now, the same room with so many DT pictures, you are finding yourself in a sattvic environment. Just now switch off the lights, keep some nice food, you get the flavor, aroma. Immediately your senses become activated. You want to enjoy. You're hankering to enjoy. Okay. Let's say some more, you can make some changes. Give some nice material music sound, some dance. Okay. And you start, doing so many things, and there is a provision, for intoxicants. You're able to follow? The same place, according to the conditions provided, you get affected by either sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic. You are the same personality, but the conditions is what affecting your existence. Are you able to follow? So the nature has provided all the different conditions to experience, different enjoying propensities. Okay. If I say today I'm going to amusement park, there is one giant wheel there. How many of you will go there? How many of you will go there? I want sports, something in the land, something in the water, something in the air. Right? So I want different variety. So this nature is providing the variety. How? Again, the basis is sattva, raja, and tama. So this we should understand. Now, you go to, as I said, temple, you go to some outing, you go to some park, something different. In every place, there is a happiness. So, which is my inclination or propensity to enjoy more? And that is what I am made. It depends on the state of my consciousness. That is what I need to say. Let's say a child born in an Orthodox family, example, just a community. So he feel having sattvic food, he experiences happy with that. If he served something tamasic, something rotten food, he cannot accept. But a person who is been accustomed to eat, then he will enjoy that. Are you able to follow? So, who is actually affecting my state of existence? As I said, I'm godly, but right now I'm being affected by different conditions of life in this prakriti. This is the summum bonum of our understanding. So in Padma Purana, I'm just with some slides I'm highlighting. Okay, I think you need to switch on, I think. Yeah, it's coming. So Krishna is explaining to Arjuna, Purusha prakritisto hi Gumte prakriti jam gunan Aranam guna sangasya Sadasadhyoni janmashu. The living entity in material nature is enjoying Gumte prakriti jam gunan. As I said, this prakriti is constituted of guna, different qualitative things. Superior quality, mediocre quality, lower quality. Now, which is your liking, superior, mediocre, or lower? Okay, that's up to our inclination. So he's enjoying the three modes. How he's enjoying? Disease is due to his association with the material nature. A person associating with a drunkard, naturally he feels inclination, right? I will enjoy to have a drink. Okay. So in this way, sometimes he finds himself in good, sometimes he finds himself in evil. So Krishna also saying, Arjuna, you are depressed right now, right? Is it actually your nature? No. Prakrute kriyamamani gunai karmani sarvasaha ahankara vimudatma tattahamiti manyate. So here, Prakriti is a kriyamanani. That means Prakriti is actually doing. Okay, and this Prakriti is gunai karmani sarvasaha. Everything is done by Prakriti. That makes the motivation. But ahankara vimudatma, I am thinking, okay, karta aham, I am the doer. So Arjuna, don't think the depression, whatever anxiety you are affected now, okay, this is pertaining to the body. I want everyone to please attentively or take that connection here. So otherwise, the subject matter, we are going little higher topic. Okay. Scientists, they are studying this nature years. Try to understand. But Krishna explained Bhagavad Gita, entire thing, 5 tattvas in 45 minutes, Arjuna could understand. Okay. So, but the thing is that we don't have that patience. Okay. So if you know, this will give me a lot of benefit. That conviction, as I said, one of the condition. If I take to the conviction, yes, today I will learn Bhagavad Gita. What is Krishna is teaching about Prakriti? Okay. So Krishna is saying, Karta aham iti manyate. I am thinking I am the doer. This is what is because of my nature. No. It is the nature of your body only. Are you able to follow? Krishna explained. This is in Bhagavatam, same. In Bhagavatam also Krishna explained. Swabhavatantro hi jana swabhavam anuvartate swabhavastam idam sarvam sa deva sura manusham. Krishna is saying the swabhava is pertaining to the body. Swabhava tantra, right now, because of having this body, you are affected by the body consciousness. Swabhava tantra, you are affected. You are conditioned by the body. Just as now, whatever is there here, chilled weather, you are conditioned by chilled weather, immediately you have to wear jerkin. If there is a hot, immediately, no, you want to remove it. So according to the conditions, your response will be there. So Arjuna, Swabhava Tantra, right now you're conditioned and accordingly, Anuvartate, accordingly you act. Because of situated in this Swabhava, all the Devatas, demons, Deva, Ashura, Manusha, they are working. You able to follow? So everyone is working based on their Swabhava, acquired from Prakriti. And Krishna is explaining. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jato tishtat akarmakra karyate javasya karma sarva prakriti jai gunai. And let's say today, I think, oh, my dear sir, I understand now. This prakriti is affecting me, right? I will not work anymore. No. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. No one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. Try to follow? That means you cannot say, my dear sir, you call your boss, tomorrow I'm not coming to office. Do whatever you like. Is it possible? Anyone can say. because you understood that I am not the body and soul. No. So that's where we should understand. Before hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was a Kshatriya. His duty is to fight. But after hearing Bhagavad Gita, Krishna didn't discourage him. Arjuna, no, you do not fight. Anyway, you are my friend. I am the supreme. Right? Whatever you want, I'll give you. No. Arjuna, you have to fight. That is what Krishna explained. But what is that? We need to change. Okay. That is what the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. You should not become affected by the gross body and the subtle body, whatever the different conditions we explained. The gross body, you are given a body. In this body, your body, male, female, same appearing, 2 hands, 2 legs. But the swabhava, the nature is different. And that swabhava, okay, is because of the your desire, your hatred, your liking, disliking, whatever. But don't be carried away by that. Those are not related, pertaining to your self. You are godly. You become situated in godly. Then you do fighting. Everybody follow? They may ask. Before hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was shooting arrows. After hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was shooting arrows. Then what is the difference, sir? The difference is he knows fighting is his duty, but after hearing Bhagavad Gita, he understood the purpose of carrying his duty. Somebody might have heard Karana Janma. How many of you heard Karana Janma? So there is a purpose for your life, purpose for your actions. That one should realize it. And that comes from reading scriptures, Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, our day-to-day activities become routine. We don't know why I am doing same thing. Punas charvita charvananam. Same thing, chewing. One day I'll get taste. Initially, bubblegum we say. Second day, third day chewing, same thing. Will you get any taste? Routine. So you have to understand that. Okay. But I'll just take 5 more minutes. So there is impelling force of action. As I said, my true potential I know, but I'm not able to exercise my true potential. Right? That's the problem. So what is that actually happening? So from Bhagavad Gita, the summary, it is because of our association brings the attachment and also affection. Every day you associate with someone, like no, I can say one object. Example, I'm associated with my car. I develop attachment to my car. Even the car, you may say, oh, my hard-earned money. You may get a gift by lottery, example. Somebody gave a gift. But still, because daily you are associating with the same object, you develop attachment. If something happens to car, you feel very sorry about that. So, because of association, attachment, and you got into affection. For Arjuna, because you are thinking Swajanam, they are my kinsmen, and you develop attachment, and you got affected. And that is what is impelling force to not fighting. And Krishna explained many things in this aspect. Summarily, I am explaining how do we come to this into affection. What is the starting point? I am godly. Now, why did I come down? Dhyayata Vishyam Pumshaha Sangasteshu Pajayate Sanga Sanjayate Kama Kama Krodho Vijayate. So Krishna is saying, Dhyayato, while meditating, contemplating on objects, a person develops attachment. And from such attachment, lust. Lust means a desire to enjoy. Lust. Then, from lust, anger comes. Why? If something happens immediately, you exhibit. anger. Expectation not fulfilled, immediately frustration. And Krishna is saying further, this is sequence. Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhramsha buddhinasha, buddhinasha pranashyati. Now, krodha, from anger, sammoha, delusion comes. From sammoha, smriti vibhramaha, I lose my memory. And once the smriti bhramsha, my buddhi is lost, intelligence is lost, and buddhi is lost, pranashyati, I follow. Is it not a science here? You can see. I say, let's say I am a child, don't eat some junk food. He is good till he didn't have a chance to associate, okay, with the junk food. You went to a party, naturally so much association, cake cutting, so many junk foods. Okay, his mind is thinking, now let me have. Okay, the same thing is explained. I don't know how many of you are able to see the screen from the back. So you can see this side, first is thinking stage. From the thinking stage, we come to feeling stage. From feeling, we come to willing. Let me do it. Simple. Contemplation, attachment. Let me enjoy. Anger, slowly. Why? Because that is not giving me happiness fully. And delusion, bewilderment, intelligence is lost, falls down. Now, how do we become free from this conditioning? How can we remain in our godly nature eternally? How can it become such it eternally again? Revive my state. So, Prabhupada is explaining, just as a child, a small child, few months old, he has a walking capacity. By training, he can walk. Everybody follow? So the walking capacity is inherent in the child. Just by practice, no one comes to walk and run further. So we have a knowledge, we have intimate relationship, okay, with Krishna, God, but the only thing is that right now we have forgotten. Why? As I said in the previous shloka, attachment slowly, buddhi nasha, pranashyati. Because of my intelligence is lost, I am fallen into whatever the conditions of life. So Krishna is saying, this is a very important shloka. Why people say, I don't see God, I cannot understand God. Krishna is saying, Kribir gunamaye pavaye, ebi sarvamidam jagat, mohitam nabhijanati, mamebhyaha paramabhyayam. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. If something is happening in the forefront, is anyone interested to see behind the screen? You are enjoying something in the drama. Do you find interest how this drama is, enacted? What are the various things? The crew, so many things happen. The technology, we don't find. Just as you go to the theater, you don't go behind and see, ask what it. No, we're just enjoying. That's it. Here we came here to the material world. I want to enjoy. What is the point for me to understand God? Whatever I need, I'm getting for my life. I'm working, I'm getting it. But we are not understanding. Without understanding God, what is the point? What is the problem? What is the problem? Without understanding God, what is the problem? I am the same godly nature. Without understanding God, I cannot know my true potential. Simple. So if you want to, like a Superman, or Spider-Man. There are so many mans are there. If I want to say Atmavan, I want to say, right? Only by understanding God, you can understand yourself. Because you are qualitatively same as God. Qualitatively same as God. So to understand God is for our own benefit. So Krishna is saying, Daivihesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva e prapadyante maya metam tarantite. This maya, whatever divine energy, trigunamayi, three modes, very difficult. It's very difficult to overcome. But who surrender unto me can easily cross beyond it. So I have one final slide in this episode. Importantly, I am working every day. Prabhu, how can I work in a godly nature? Right? That's the question, right? How can I exercise my true potential every single day? Krishna said to Arjuna. This is a conclusion in the 18th chapter. Chetasa sarva karmani mahi sanyasya matpara buddhi yogam upashitya matchitta satatam bhava. Satatam means always. Bhava, be in that state. What is it Krishna saying? In all activities, just depend on me and work always under my protection in such buddhi yogam, that is devotional service. Okay, buddhi yoga means work with knowledge. Okay, be fully conscious of me. So this is a Krishna is saying, and Krishna finally, she's saying, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayashyami ma suchaha. Don't worry, Arjuna. Okay, there are so many things that are going on in conditions. Some say this is correct, some say that is correct. Don't bother. You just surrender unto me. That's the highest thing. Okay, because from my childhood also I'm hearing, do this, that is best for you. Somebody say, do that, that is best for you. What is ultimate best? Till now I couldn't find. After reading Bhagavad Gita, just one sloka, I realized, no need. Sarvadharman parityajya, give up everything. Just only one thing I can do. Eko devo devaki putra, that sloka if you remember. Ekam shastram devaki putra gitam. Eko devo devaki कर्मापि एकम देव तस्य देवस्य सेवा कर्मापि एकम तस्य देवस्य सेवा. I want only one in life. What is it one? That one Krishna says, just surrender unto me, I will take care of Brahman's simple reactions. Whatever you may be conditioned, affected by. You may have done so many things bad in the past, so many lifetimes. Don't worry, Arjuna. Do not fear. There are so much depths. Okay, so far so many depths are there. Now you want to get relieved and start a new life. If some entrepreneur comes, yes, I'm there. I'll weigh off all your debts. Don't you feel immediately happy? This is what. From so many lifetimes, I'm carrying so many impressions. You just keep aside and work as Krishna is saying in this shloka. Okay, depend on Krishna, work under Krishna's protection, always be in Krishna consciousness. That is what is called dovetailing your work for Krishna. That is what is godly nature. Now, there are two pictures. The fish, right now, we are like fish out of water. We have so many things, luxuries, comforts. But will the fish enjoy this? No. The fish needs water. Okay, this is our state. We are right now put into a foreign atmosphere. Material conditions are there. As I said, different forms, different things, ever changing. My mind is getting all the time disturbed. I don't know what next. Some surprise, some ride. I want something very deterministic, right? We call in our office also. I want to know deterministic output. I want to ascertain myself what I am going to be next. So if you want that complete clarity, no, we have to go back from back to Godhead. So here it's saying you just do your action, just watering the root, do action, feeding the stomach, okay, all the body, all the the tree will be nourished. In the same way, you serve Krishna, okay, it is what exactly Manava Seva, Madhava Seva. That's okay, but you should know the Manava is a part and parcel of Krishna. Then that becomes Madhava Seva. You do Madhava Seva, then everything is taken care. We remain in the godly nature. So this is our real eternal home where we get our unlimited, unending happiness. Thus, now our goal of life is to return home back to Godhead. So today I have taken actually half an hour extra. I thought about 6:45 because slides and some because first time we are trying within 4 sessions. It has been 9 sessions earlier. Okay, so my apologies. I think I've given some good insight into the understanding about the three aspects today. What is our relationship between us and God? What is our relationship with God? Okay, that we are godly. Why I'm not able to exercise, know my true potential? Why I'm in put in ignorance? And because of we discuss different conditions of life, making me succumb to the bodily platform. Okay. Hare Krishna. So we take some couple of questions.
Hare
Yes, bro.
Mame Vamsho Jivaloke. In this shloka, whether Krishna is telling Dvaitavad or Advaita.
That is again, Prabhu, beyond the scope of our understanding. But now, because just like in baby steps, now we're trying to understand the tattva. Understand, Prabhu? When you really realize the check, as I said, you are given check now. When you realize the check, then you can know yourself practically. But from Bhagavad Gita point of view, so Krishna is teaching qualitatively you are same as God, but quantitatively you are different. Understand? No? It is simultaneously oneness and difference. That is called Achintya, Veda, and Abheda. But to simplify this thing, the drop of water in the ocean, is called the Sindhu and Bindu. Understand, Babu? Sindhu, Bindu, both are same quality. Understand, Babu? So it is Dvaita, Advaita, both combination, same time. That's the tattva is given Bhagavad Gita. But to realize this point, understand, Babu? One needs a strong sadhana. That's where we are not just theory. You go to an institute, there is a theory part and practical part. Now I have a book Bhagavad Gita. Oh, what is the point? You read Bhagavad Gita, but that's a theory. But you don't know how to practically apply. But when you come here, this is a platform where you can actually apply the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. You can discuss, you can do seva to God, what Krishna is teaching here. You can practically share among your like-minded people. Right? So this is a platform. Without this platform or without the institute, okay, let's say without you even studied, you be, but without a platform of workspace we call, right, workspace. What is the point of their having education? Understood, Babu? That's the point. One last question. Okay. So today, so one practical tip. So how to align with God and nature? You just need to understand A, B, C, D. A, please say A, association. B, books. C, chanting. D, diet. Okay. You go to any doctor, he gives a prescription. Use some medicine, take some, follow some diet. So here also we have got some prescription. If you want to really, whatever spoken today, you want to really understand, practically follow, okay, you need to first have A, B, C, D in your life. That's what I was saying. Unless you have workspace to work, then you cannot experience what was learned in your curriculum. Okay, so let us take this. And finally is what? Seva. Okay. So two slokas before we start chanting. Krute yadhyayato vishnum tretayam gajato matai dvapare paricharyayam kalota darikirtana